Cape's leader. Sports radio play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on TRC. Cape Cod. Chatham A's baseball. Sports radio play-by-play. Let's go A's! Wooden bats through the fog playing under the lights. The stars of tomorrow shine tonight. No one else can beat them. Come on out and see them. Chatham A's baseball, summertime on Cape Cod.
From a gloomy Veterans Field in Chatham, the A's are home again for the second day in a row, and this time host the Falmouth Commodores. It's 2-4-0 Chatham, winners of back-to-back games against 3-2-1 Falmouth in the first meeting between the Anglers and Commodores in 2026. Alongside Chase Abrams, I'm Jake Klein. Chase, last night Chatham fell behind 3-0, but ultimately came back, tied the game at 3, and won at 5-4.
It's 2 straight wins for the A's, 1 more, and that makes a winning streak, Jake. We'll see if they can get it done tonight against Falmouth.
It'll come with another shakeup to the A's lineup for the second night in a row. Chatham's Jacob Parker is out of the lineup after his torrid start to the Cape League season. We'll talk to Dennis Cook about that on the Manager's Show on the other side, plus how he manages in games like this one that may be impacted by the weather, his thoughts on last night's win in Brewster, and a whole lot more. Plus, Chase talks with Harlan Hovatter, Chatham's first baseman, headed to Mississippi State next year on Catch of the Day. It's all ahead on the Anglers Extra pregame show on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Sports radio, play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on TRC.
Chatham Bars Inn is Cape Cod's premier 4-diamond oceanfront resort. With 217 luxurious rooms, guests have access to numerous amenities, including a private beach, complimentary children's programs, 4 award-winning restaurants, a new world-class spa, an outdoor pool, and tennis courts. Year after year, Chatham Bars Inn is recognized as one of the top resorts in the world. Chatham Bars Inn and Cape Cod Baseball. Summer fun for the whole family.
Welcome back on the Anglers Extra pregame show. Chatham and Falmouth getting ready for Game 7 of the Cape League season from a rainy Veterans Field in Chatham. It's time for the Manager's Show. Dennis, a win last night, 5-4 over Brewster. What'd you think?
Good win for the guys. Swung the bat decent. Pitched really well. A good win for our team.
Is there something to be said for the first close win of the season, a game where you guys fell behind 3-0, had to battle back, and then took the lead late?
I don't think so. A win's a win, whether it's a big win or a close win. All wins are good. You know, a close loss is not a good, feel good either, though. You know what I mean? So we take wins however we can get them.
You had the second appearance from last year's All-Star, Josh Swink, out of the bullpen. What did you see from Josh closing out that game last night?
Did a great job. Lots of strikes. Good velocity on his fastball. Good movement. Mixed well. Just really good.
Josh is one of the draft-eligible players. You know, there's been some conversation over the years whether draft-eligible guys are good guys to bring to the Cape League. What's your stance on having draft-eligible players at the start of the summer?
Well, the young guys don't stay all summer, so we bring in the older guys for 2 or 3, 4 weeks and then bring the young guys in and they can stay the rest of the summer. That's kind of the plan this year.
Is there anything that a returner like Josh can provide to the new players on the Cape?
I think probably, yeah. But he's so quiet. He's not going to say a whole lot. He's just going to go take care of his business. And I think he can teach by example just by the way he does his work and goes about his business.
How did you decide which members of the 2025 Chatham A's would be invited back for 2026?
Guys that I thought would want to come back. It's pretty simple. There's not a whole lot of thought to it. Just, Josh had a great year last year, so why not ask him back?
Chatting with Dennis Cook on the Manager Show in the rain before Chatham and Falmouth at Veterans Field. Dennis, tonight you turned the ball to Colin Fisher, roughed up a little in his first start. What do you expect from him tonight?
He's going to mix well, throw lots of strikes, and compete hard. That's all we ask of him.
Obviously, the weather is a factor tonight. It looks like at some point it'll pass through, but who knows what the damage will be to Veterans Field. Does the strategy change at all in a game where weather could impact how long it goes?
Nah, we just try to keep it close, and, that's all we can do. Let Colin pitch and get some innings under his belt. But, we're not going to leave anybody out there too long, no matter if the weather's good or bad. So we just try to keep it close and compete and hopefully give ourselves a chance to win the game.
In last night's game, 4 of the 5 Chatham runs came off of Cooper Neville's bat, another one of those draft-eligible guys. What made you want to bring Cooper into Chatham?
We lost a bunch of shortstops, to be honest with you, young shortstops due to injury, and Cooper was available, and I thought just, we'll bring him up here, and, I heard some good things about him, and he's done a great job for us.
Lastly, you mentioned yesterday that you scratched Jacob Parker from the lineup after his collision in Cotuit the other day. Do you have any update on Jacob?
Yeah, he's doing fine, but we're going to keep him out of the lineup again tonight. He's going to go to the USA camp. I think he's leaving in the morning, so we're just going to let him get another night off and get ready to compete for a spot on the USA team.
There's Dennis Cook on the Manager Show. Chatham and Falmouth coming up. Dennis, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Back to Chase Abrams for the rest of the Anglers Extra pregame show.
Some stop-and-start showers here at Veterans Field in Chatham, Massachusetts tonight. Rain seems to be holding off pregame, however, and we should get to this one on time. No Jacob Parker once again in the lineup tonight for the Anglers.
And you hear it there from Dennis Cook, Chase. The Chatham summer for Jacob Parker, at least until Team USA is over, is done after just a couple of games. And even though he was already going to leave in a week or so, feels like a big blow to the Chatham lineup.
Yeah, the timeline just accelerated a little bit after he ran into Tage Davis in the Cotuit game a couple of nights ago. It looks like his time in Chatham, for now at least, is over.
And no reason to push it with a player that's bound to be one of the best in the country after a tremendous freshman season at Mississippi State. And he will finish his Chatham tenure in 2026 with just 3 games played before departing for Team USA tomorrow. One of Jacob Parker's future teammates, Harlan Hovatter, joins Chase Abrams on Catch of the Day. That's next up on the Anglers Extra pregame show right ahead.
Extra. Chatham on TRC. Cape Cod.
Sweet Tomatoes Pizza, located right around the corner from Veterans Field at 790 Main Street in Chatham. Pick up a pie on your way to the game or grab a calzone before first pitch. The dough for their specialty pizza is rolled right before your eyes. Eat in or take out, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and sometimes later. Call 508-348-0200. See their full menu online at sweettomatoescapecod.com. Sweet Tomatoes, a Chatham pregame tradition.
Welcome back on the Anglers Extra pregame show. Chatham hosts Falmouth coming up at 7 p.m. But first, it's time for Catch of the Day. I'm with Chatham first baseman Harlan Hovatter. Harlan, you're a catcher traditionally, but playing first base in Chatham this summer. How much first base have you played before this summer?
My freshman year, I played about 10 games. We usually play doubleheaders in junior college, so I would catch the first game and then I would play first base a little bit. But sophomore year, I kind of caught both games and played about first base about 3 or 4 times this year.
How do you think the move back to first has gone this summer?
Man, it's fun. I mean, it's good to be out on the field, I mean, wherever I'm at, I'm going to compete wherever I'm at.
Catcher, a position that typically has a lot of rest days put into the schedule out of necessity. First base, not so much. Not only that, but you're one of the only guys on this roster that can play first base. How much has it meant to you knowing that you're going to be in the lineup pretty much every day?
It's a blessing, to be out here. Really, it's just ready to compete, just having a great day, and I'm just ready to compete every day. I mean, whoever's out on the mound, I'm going to go after them.
You started your college career at Meridian Community College. The transfer portal is such a big deal right now. Talk to me about how important starting at the JUCO level was for you in your collegiate career.
It started off really slow. I feel like it's really good for young players that don't have really good experience, and it's just like Division I baseball in my opinion. The pitching's great, defensive is great, and guys can really swing it in junior college, so it's really fun.
What was your biggest development? How much did you change as a player at MCC?
Gained a lot of weight because I played 3 sports when I was in high school, so I gained about 25 pounds and swung it well and got more power as I progressively throughout the season, and it was really a blessing. The guys at Meridian really did a great job with me, and made me a better player and a better man.
You moved from Meridian Community College to Mississippi State after this summer. What made you want to go to Starkville?
Dream come true, man. I mean, it's always a dream to play Mississippi State. I grew up a Mississippi State fan. My whole family went there. It's a blessing to play in Starkville.
All right. Well, what are you hoping to accomplish in your time here before you get there?
Get really good experience, build a great teammates, and really good foundation with the coaching staff, and just get better and progressively, just get better. I mean, swing the bat well and see better at bats. That's really my goal for this summer.
Chatting with Harlan Hovatter on Catch of the Day ahead of Game 7 of the 2026 Cape League season. Harlan, how are you liking Chatham so far?
It's beautiful, man. The weather's amazing. Couldn't ask for better weather. It's actually raining today, first time forever. But, I mean, the weather's great. I'm used to the humidity, and it's beautiful, man. Great host family, great teammates, great foundation. Really happy to be here.
Who have been your favorite teammates so far this summer, if you had to pick a few?
Corbin Reynolds, and Nolan, Coop. Really good guys. Really competing with them. They're coming out ready to be part of the team and ready to compete every single day.
Any favorite spots around town?
I've only tried Kodo and Chatham Moods so far, but really good food. Shout out Orlando, great guy, Chatham Moods. Love you, dog.
All right, well, Harlan, thank you so much for your time. Back to Jake Klein for the rest of your Anglers Extra pregame show.
All right, Chase. A 273 start at the plate for Harlan Hovatter. And for a guy who's playing at least partially out of position, it tells you he's got some first base experience, but primarily a catcher. He's held it down at first base for Chatham as well.
Oh, absolutely. He's looked great at first base. A few scoops on some low throws to start this season. Very effective at first this summer.
Hovatter is in the starting lineup again today for the Chatham A's. We will get you that starting lineup, plus the pitching matchup, national anthem, and first pitch on the other side.
Anglers Extra. Chatham on TRC. Cape Cod.
Year after year, Cape Cod League Baseball and Chatham Bars Inn have been synonymous with summer on Cape Cod. The Inn has offered clam bakes, beachside barbecues, and oceanfront dining since 1914. The new Beach House restaurant at Chatham Bars Inn is open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Visit Chatham Bars Inn at www.chathambarsinn.com. Chatham Bars Inn and Cape Cod Baseball. Summer fun for the whole family.
Chatham A's baseball is on the air right now.
Swings and hits one to left center field. Back goes McFadden. He will not get there. It's a home run. A grand slam for Todd Frazier.
Chugging into second base with an RBI double is Evan Longoria. He is 4 for 4.
Hit on the ground, left side. Will it get through? Off Crawford and into center field. Federovic scores and Chatham wins it in 11. The game-winning hit from Seager. It's a 5-4 Chatham winner.
And now, with your play-by-play, Chase Abrams and Jake Klein.
A gloomy, rainy Veterans Field, perhaps starting to clear up to give way for baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. So happy to have you along on a Saturday evening for Chatham and Falmouth in Game 7 of the Cape League season for the A's and Commodores. Time for your starting lineups, as always, brought to you by Chatham Clothing Bar, Chase Abrams.
Starting off with the visiting Falmouth Commodores, 3-2-1 under first-year manager Jack Dahm. Austin Maley leads off. He plays second from Gateway Community College. Ty Konis hits second, the shortstop going from Maryland to Texas Tech following this summer. In the 3 spot, Jimmy Nugent, the Louisville catcher, with Riley Jackson, the Houston DH, cleaning up. Ben Slanker, the first baseman from Louisville, bats 5th. Nick Ventiker, the third baseman from Creighton, hits 6th. And then the bottom third of the Falmouth order reads 3 outfielders. Anthony Diaz, the right fielder from New Mexico, in the 7th spot. Carl Schmidt, the California left fielder, batting 8th. And Fabio Peralta, the Miami center fielder, batting 9th. Now for the home Chatham A's, 2-4 under second-year manager Dennis Cook. Rhett Johnson leads off once more. He's the center fielder from NC State. Bino Waters bats second, going from Notre Dame to LSU after this summer. He's in left today. Connor Schaus DHs and cleans up. He's from Texas Tech. Harlan Hovatter bats cleanup, playing first base from Meridian Community College, going to Mississippi State after this summer. Nolan Traeger in the 5 spot, the catcher transferring from TCU to Arkansas, bats fifth. Cooper Neville in the 6th spot, the shortstop going from Dallas Baptist to Alabama. Gabe Frazier in the 7th spot, the third baseman from Florida State. Florida State's second baseman Kelvin Paulino hits 8th, and Caden Dosa, the Yale right fielder, bats 9th. Jake Klein has your pitching matchup, brought to you as always by Red Nun Bar and Grill.
In the top of the first, Chatham left-hander Colin Fisher takes the mound. He's a 6'3", 225-pound senior to be at the University of Arkansas. He's made 1 appearance, a start on the second night of the season against Catuit. He allowed 5 runs, 3 of them earned, in 4 2/3 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts and 3 walks for Fisher. On the Falmouth side, it's Aiden Keenan, a right-hander who will be a senior at Stanford, 6'2", 202-pounder. He's made 1 appearance out of the bullpen for Falmouth, 3 earned runs in 2 innings. He struck out 3 and walked 2. Fisher, the Chatham lefty, against Keenan, the Falmouth righty. That is your pitching matchup, brought to you by the Red Nun Bar and Grill. All right, time for the national anthem at Veterans Field. For that, we send it to my right with the Veterans Field public address announcer, the paragon of pronunciation, Peter Burns.
Please rise for tonight's national anthem. Tonight's national anthem will be performed by Chris Elliott. Chris and his wife Mary Beth are full-time Chatham residents. Chris's artistic pursuits include singing bass in the Chatham Chorale and playing trombone. He also works as a consultant in the medical device industry. Other interests include pickleball, boating, and membership in the Cape Cod Athletic Club, Cape Cod Ski Club, and Chatham Harwich Newcomers. With tonight's national anthem, Chris Elliott.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The national anthem at Veterans Field ahead of Chatham and Falmouth on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. One more time through the lineups for Falmouth, it's Maley, Konis, Nugent, then Jackson, Slanker, Ventiker, Diaz, Schmidt, and Peralta against the left-handed Chatham starter Colin Fisher. And for Chatham, Johnson, Waters, Schaus, Hovatter, Traeger, Neville, Frazier, Paulino, Dosa against the right-handed Aiden Keenan for Falmouth. Again, the Chatham lineup loaded with left-handed hitters, and Falmouth, unlike their last opponent, has 3 left-handed pitchers on the pitching staff. Time for your umpires, brought to you by Chatham Paint and Hardware. Mike Rabideau works home plate. Jeff Merzell on the right side of the infield. Noah Hobart on the left side of the infield. And we'll get you the Chatham defensive alignment, brought to you as always by our good friends at Short and Sweet Ice Cream. Bino Waters plays left field, Rhett Johnson's in center, and Caden Dosa plays right. Third to first across the infield, Gabe Frazier, Cooper Neville, Kelvin Paulino, and Harlan Hovatter. Nolan Traeger does the catching for Colin Fisher, the lefty on the mound. Chase a late scratch from the Chatham lineup. Tyler Lichtenberger out of Clemson was set to start at second base. In about an hour and a half before game time, Dennis Cook takes him out of the lineup, replaces him at second base and in the 8-hole with Kelvin Paulino Jr. out of Florida State.
Yeah, you mentioned this is a Chatham lineup loaded with lefties. Well, there's 6 lefties in the batting order now. Crazy to think that it was actually 7 about 90 minutes ago.
Again, just 3 left-handed pitchers, make it 4 left-handed pitchers on the Falmouth roster, and they are starting the right-hander, Aiden Keenan, today out of Stanford. The A's have taken the field as it starts to rain again. A steady rain, not terribly hard, coming down over Veterans Field as Colin Fisher throws his warm-up pitches. Chatham in the home whites, royal blue caps with the red A fishhook logo on the front. White jerseys with anglers arched across the chest in navy blue. Red numbers on the front, royal blue numbers on the back, white pants. Falmouth on the road wears its black caps with the red F on the front. Black jerseys with Falmouth arched across the chest in dark red outlined in white. Red numbers front and back outlined as well in white. Gray pants with black piping. It'll be Austin Maley, Ty Konis, and Jimmy Nugent to lead it off against the left-handed starter Colin Fisher, who makes his second start of the year for the A's. His first came in Game 2, the home opener at Veterans Field, when he allowed 5 runs, 3 of them earned in 4 2/3 innings in an 8-2 loss to Katuitt. Austin Maley leads it off, right-handed hitting second baseman from Gateway Community College in the back of the righty box. First pitch from Fisher. Breaking ball outside. First pitch at 7:02 p.m. in Chatham, 70 degrees and overcast at Veterans Field. 1-0, down and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Time and temperature presented to you by the Chatham Athletic Association. Left-hander winds up. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Shallow center field. Rhett Johnson jogs in. Caden Dosa comes in from right. And it's Dosa who makes the catch on a ball that tails into the right center field gap. 1 away. Brings up the right-handed hitting Ty Konis. Konis out of Maryland will transfer to Texas Tech for next season. He started every game at shortstop for the Terps as a freshman last spring. First pitch, down and in. 1-0. Fisher's gone back and forth between the fastball and the breaker early in the outing. 1-0, there's the heater. Called a strike. A ball and a strike on the right-handed hitting Konis. It's a sinking fastball for Fisher in the 90 to 92 mile an hour range. 1-1, drilled into the left center field gap. Johnson trots back in front of the warning track. He pulls up and he makes the catch. Konis gave it a ride, but Rhett Johnson covers ground in center field. He scurries back right onto the fringe of the warning track to grab it. 2 up, 2 down for Colin Fisher.
Outfielders last night from both teams had all sorts of trouble when the ball was hit in the air. 2 attempts for the Chatham outfield so far, and it's 2 for 2.
Wind was swirling last night. The center field American flag at Veterans Field was blowing toward right. The right field flag out by the fire station blew toward left. First pitch to Jimmy Nugent, waved at and missed. 0-1. And that wind knocked a couple of balls down, including one in the 8th inning that plated a Chatham run when Adam Magpok, the Brewster left fielder, ran back on it, and then it landed in front of him. Fisher winds, 0-1. Breaking ball called a strike, inner third. On the righty, 0-2. Fisher a pitch away from a 1-2-3 top of the first. Nugent steps out, digs back in. The 0-2 in the dirt. Fisher nods in approval as Nugent lays off. The next pitch will be the 10th of the inning. Nobody on, 2 out, top of the first. The 1-2 up and away on the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Plenty of scouts packing the home plate grandstand at Veterans Field to watch the draft-eligible Colin Fisher. Their radar guns go up. The 2-2. Breaking ball inside, appeal to first. He went around, says Jeff Merzell. Colin Fisher K's Jimmy Nugent to end a 1-2-3 top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base after 1/2 inning of play at Veterans Field. It is Falmouth nothing and Chatham coming to bat. The right-hander Aiden Keenan faces Rhett Johnson, Bino Waters, and Connor Schaus, the top of the Chatham order when we come back. It's Falmouth nothing, and the A's coming to the plate for the first time next on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Sports Radio, play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on DRC.
Massachusetts resident and don't have a bachelor's, you could be attending 4Cs for free, all while preparing for careers that actually move you forward. Aviation maintenance, nursing, dental, funeral service, we've got it all. capecod.edu/free.
Netting Pros Stadionic is the official netting and facility solutions partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. When it comes to netting and building iconic sports facilities, it's Netting Pros Stadionic making sports facilities iconic. Falmouth nothing and Chatham coming to bat in the bottom of the first with Chase Abrams. I'm Jake Klein. The right-handed Falmouth starter is Aiden Keenan, 6'2", 202 pounds, out of Stanford. He will be a senior for the Cardinal next year. And in his junior year, he went 1-3 across 7 appearances, 6 of them starts, allowing 14 earned runs in just shy of 22 innings for a 5.82 ERA. He struck out 25, but Chasey walked 21, so control was a problem for Keenan this spring.
And we know how much walks can hurt a pitcher in the Cape Cod Baseball League. We also know how good Chatham leadoff man Rhett Johnson is at drawing walks.
Johnson tied with Brewster's Adam Magpock atop the lead with 9 free passes entering tonight's action. Johnson steps to the plate in the left-handed batter's box. It'll be a lefty, and a righty. Due up against the right-hander Keenan. Keenan ready? Into the windup, his first pitch. Fastball, called a strike, outside corner, 0-1. Only 7 appearances for Keenan for Stanford this spring. He missed about 2 months with injury. 0-1, upstairs, a ball and a strike. Came back from injury and went 3 innings in his first 2 outings off of that injury. 1-1 pitch, upstairs. 2 balls and a strike on Johnson. Just one appearance for Keenan on the Cape League season. 3 runs allowed in 2 innings against Orleans in the first game of the year. He comes home to Johnson, 2-1. Swung on and line foul to the backstop. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And in the middle of that appearance out of the Falmouth bullpen, a lightning delay hit. And so Keenan had to wait 30 minutes in between pitches in his outing. Not a recipe for success.
Certainly not.
2-2 to Johnson. Up and away, and the count goes full on red.
All 3 misses from Keenan on the mound have been up and away on Johnson.
Johnson hitting just 105, but he's on base at almost 400 with Chatham. Payoff. Slapped foul on the ground wide of third. It trickles down the left side toward the A's bullpen, and Johnson will see a 7th pitch from Keenan. Scoreless in the bottom of the first. Nobody on, nobody out. Full count on the leadoff man, Rhett Johnson. Righty readies. The payoff pitch. Grounded toward first. Slanker shuffles to his left. He makes the play and jogs to first. Taps Johnson for the first out. A 7-pitch at bat for Rhett Johnson, but he comes up empty and grounds out to first. 1 gone in the bottom of the first. Bino Waters comes to the plate, left-handed hitting LSU-bound left fielder for Chatham. We'll get you the Falmouth defensive alignment brought to you by Short and Sweet Ice Cream. Carl Schmidt in left, Fabio Peralta center, Anthony Diaz in right. Get you the rest of that defensive alignment after the first pitch. It's a fastball down and away, 1-0. Third to first across the infield, Nick Ventiker. Ty Konis at short, Austin Maley plays second, Ben Slanker plays first, Jimmy Nugent does the catching for Aiden Keenan. 1-0 to Waters. Breaking ball called a strike, bottom of the zone, earned some groans from the Chatham dugout, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike on Waters. Right-hander readies, the windup in the 1-1 pitch. On the outside corner, 1-2. After Waters, Connor Schaus comes up, right-handed hitting DH. Keenan comes home. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Waters chases below the zone. That's the second out. Back-to-back hitters retired to start the outing for Aiden Keenan, and that brings up Connor Schaus.
Waters got caught between there, kind of hesitated almost in the middle of his swing, and it led to him being way behind.
Right-on-right matchup for the first time. Keenan against Connor Schaus. First pitch in the dirt. Ball and no strikes on Schaus. No new roster moves today for Chatham, but the A's do have a new addition. Jay Powell, the Chatham pitching coach, has arrived from the end of the season at Mississippi State. 1-0, upstairs, 2-0. Jay is the radio color man for Mississippi State baseball and made the 2-day drive up from Mississippi, stopped in Roanoke, Virginia, he said, and made it late last night. 2-0 to Schaus. Big swing, and he knocks it foul on a line off the backstop. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, 23 hours of combined driving for Powell. First day was raining the entire time, but he made it.
Two-1 to Schaus. Check swing, and he taps it back toward the mound. Keenan sprints off the mound. Underhand shovel to first. Low, but in time. Dug out by Slanker at first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Aiden Keenan. Ground out, strikeout, ground out sets Chatham down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. After an inning of play at a gloomy Veterans Field, Falmouth and Chatham tied scoreless. Middle of the order due up next for the Commodores against Fisher when we return on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRC.
Try it, then buy it. Rent a new cat for up to 90 days. Then apply 100% of the rental cost to the purchase and save. The Milton Cat Rent to Purchase offer. Try it, then buy it. Go to miltoncat.com/RPO.
Hi, this is Rhett Johnson from North Carolina State University. You're listening to Chatham A's Baseball with Chase Abrams and Jake Klein on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Rhett Johnson back in center field, and Colin Fisher back to the mound for Chatham as the top of the second starts at Veterans Field. Scoreless between Falmouth and Chatham, Game 7 of the season for both sides. High above Diamond side at Veterans Field with Chase Abrams. I'm Jake Klein. It's the middle of the Falmouth order. Riley Jackson, Ben Slanker, and Nick Ventiker against the left-handed Fisher, who worked a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first, punctuating the frame with a strikeout of Jimmy Nugent, the 3-hole hitter. Fourth straight right-handed hitter steps in, Riley Jackson, the DH. First pitch from Fisher. Fastball inside, 1-0. Jackson, the designated hitter out of Houston. 1-0. Grounded towards short. Neville plays it between his legs on 3 long hops. His throw to first in time. He beats Jackson. Make it 4 up, 4 down for Colin Fisher to start his day.
And Harlan Hovatter must have sprinted to first on that ground ball because he left his hat exactly where he was standing when the ball was hit.
He was playing pretty far off the first base line against the right-handed hitter, and now as the lefty Ben Slanker steps in, Hovatter maybe 5-10 feet off the line. First pitch, breaking ball high and tight on the lefty, 1-0. Slanker out of Louisville, 6-foot, 205-pound lefty hitter, 1-0. Fastball called a strike, outer third, 1-1. He'll be a senior for the Cardinals next year. It's an older, more veteran Falmouth team. 1-1, breaking ball down and away, 2 balls and a strike, at least as compared to many other Cape League teams, which Cape League traditionally a league for rising sophomores. 2-1, check swing, and he bounces it foul. First base side, rather third base side, near the Chatham dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That dynamic has changed in the Cape League after Major League Baseball moved the draft to the middle of the summer a couple years back. 2-2. Breaking ball chopped on the ground, back to the mound. Fisher fields, he turns, throws to first in time, beats Slanker. 5 straight retired by the Chatham lefty to start the evening. 2 flyouts, then the strikeout in the first, and now in the second, 2 groundouts. And it brings up Nick Ventiker, the right-handed hitting third baseman from Creighton. First pitch, fastball just below the knee, 1-0. That change to the draft has allowed guys like Fisher, Ventiker to come in. 1-0, lined foul. To the backstop, 1-1. You know, take Fisher, for example. He gets the chance to pitch at least part of an additional summer in front of scouts against the highest level of collegiate competition before the draft. 1-1. Breaking ball popped up, right side, behind the infield. Hovatter sprints after it into foul ground. He makes the catch over his left shoulder to end the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for Colin Fisher. Jackson grounds out, Slanker grounds out, and Ventiker pops out to first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base in the top of the second. An inning and a half down at Veterans Field, still scoreless between Falmouth and Chatham on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRZ, Cape Cod.
Guess who just got back today? Them wild-eyed boys that had been away haven't changed, had much to say. But man, I still think them cats are crazy. They were asking if you were around, how you was, where you could be found. Told them you were living downtown, driving all the old men crazy. The boys are back in town, boys are back in town. I said, the boys are back in town. 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 You know that chick that used to dance a lot? Every night she'd be on the floor shaking.
The bottom of the second begins at Veterans Field. Falmouth nothing, Chatham nothing, and the A's come to the plate for the second time. They bring the middle of the order up against the Falmouth righty, Aiden Keenan. Lefty, lefty, lefty. Due up for Chatham, beginning with Harlan Hovatter. First baseman bound for Mississippi State. First pitch, hard ground ball to first. It eats up Slanker and dribbles into right field. Slanker just kind of olayed it, played it to his left, and it skipped up over the heel of his glove and into right field.
Oh, it's lesson number one for an infielder. Get in front of the ball. He was mostly in front of it, but still played it to his left, and it skipped right past him.
Error on the first baseman, Slanker, puts Hovatter on first with nobody out, and the left-handed hitting catcher Nolan Traeger steps up.
And Hovatter just keeps hitting the ball hard for Chatham.
The home plate umpire, Mike Rabideau, has his hand in the air, finally lets Keenan come set. Now the first pitch to Traeger, up and away. A ball and no strikes. The error by Slanker gives Chatham the first base runner of the game for either side. Hovatter takes his lead off of first about 3 steps. Nobody out. The 1-0. Line foul off the backstop. Traeger all over it, but hit it in the wrong direction. It's 1-1. 93 out of the hands of Keenan. Traeger off to a 154 start with Chatham. 1-1 to him. Breaking ball floats outside. 2 balls and a strike. Chatham has won back-to-back games. Their first 2 wins of the season, the last 2 times out. 5-4 last night here against Brewster. 2-1, swung on and popped up on the infield. Now into foul ground. The third baseman, Ventiker, chases it over. He makes the catch right in front of the Chatham dugout for the first out. Traeger pops up into foul ground, 1 gone. Brings up Cooper Neville. Gets a nice little hand from some of the Chatham fans who were here last night when 4 of the 5 A's runs came off of Neville's bat, including a Little League inside the park home run with the help of an error. That tied the game at 3 in the 4th. Runner on first, 1 out, first pitch. Upstairs, 1-0. Neville, another one of the draft-eligible players who gets another chance to play in front of scouts before he may be selected. Dennis Cook said today he came here as a late addition because Chatham lost a bunch of young shortstops. 1-0. Swung on and line foul to the backstop. A ball and a strike. And it's hard to imagine that Chatham lost so many shortstops because the A's have so many shortstops, at least it seems. Right on left. 1-1 pitch. Outside. 2 balls and a strike on Neville. Runner takes his lead off of first with 1 away. Here's the 2-1 home. Up and away. 3 balls and a strike on Cooper Neville now. Right-hander from the stretch. 3-1. Lined up the middle, into center field, a base hit. Hovatter moves up to second. Neville's aboard with a 1-out single. The first hit of the game for either side, and Chatham has 2 on with 1 away in the bottom of the second.
Neville stays hot, swinging on 3-1.
Got the pitch he was looking for in the hitter's count and drove it right back up the middle. That's where almost all of his singles have gone in this early going. And he follows up a 2-hit night last night with a hit in his first at-bat today. Lefty hitting Gabe Frazier stands in. First pitch. Down and in, 1-0. Falmouth nothing, Chatham nothing, bottom of the second at Veterans Field. Hovatter on second and Neville on first for the A's with 1 away. And the count, a ball and no strikes on Gabe Frazier. 1-0 home. Swing and a miss and a high fastball, 1-1. Frazier second in the Cape League with 7 runs batted in. All 7 have come in the last 2 games. 6 in 1 game 2 days ago at Katuitt. 1-1, down and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. That was the first 6 RBI game by a Chatham player since Max Romero's 3-home run game in 2021, and just the second time a Chatham player has done it since 2018. Right-hander set, 2-1. Grounded right side, it sneaks through into right field, a base hit. Hovatter chugs around third. Neville goes to third, the throw there, not in time. Hovatter scores on an RBI single from Gabe Frazier. He's driven in at least a run in 3 straight, and he's got Chatham on the board, 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Now runners on the corners, still only 1 away, and Kelvin Paulino Jr. steps in. Right on right. First pitch to Paulino. Downstairs, 1-0. Paulino playing in his 3rd Cape League game. He's 0 for his first 9, and he K'd 4 times in that span. Right on right. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Runners take their leads off the corners with 1 out. Chatham ahead 1-0 in the bottom of the second. The 2-0. Fastball just below the knees. 3-0 on Kelvin Paulino with the 9-hole hitter Caden Dosa next up. Right-hander Keenan ready. 3-0 to him. Down and away. Ball 4. Paulino walks on 4 pitches, and the bases are loaded for Caden Dosa. That walk is our free pass of the game, presented by Cape Cod Community College. Go to Cape Cod Community College for free. Every program, no tuition or fees. for those that qualify. Visit capecod.edu/free for more. Bases loaded for the 9-hole hitter, Caden Dosa. First pitch to the righty. Fastball right down the chute, called a strike, 0-1. Dosa hit a 2-strike breaking ball into the right field corner for a double in the 8th inning against Brewster last night. Came in as a pinch hitter. Right-handers 0-1. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball in the dirt. No balls and 2 strikes on Dosa. He steps out, wiggles his hips, pulls at his right shoulder sleeve, and steps back in ahead of the 0-2. Keenan out of the windup with the bases loaded and 1 out. Chatham ahead 1-0 in the bottom of the second. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Dosa fishes at a breaking ball down and away. And that brings up Rhett Johnson with the bases loaded and 2 men out.
Tale of 2 at-bats from Keenan on the mound. A walk on 4 pitches and then a strikeout in 3.
Dosa took the heater in the strike zone and then swung at 2 breaking balls out of it. Johnson worked a 7-pitch at bat his first time up. Bases loaded, 2 out, first pitch. Swung on and lofted foul over the Chatham dugout on the third base side and out of play. 0-1. Keenan reared back and got the fastball up to 94 that time. And now the shortstop, Ty Konis, comes in to talk to the pitcher, Aiden Keenan. Perhaps some relaying of the signs from Gabe Frazier, the Chatham runner on second, had Konis on alert. No balls and a strike on Johnson as the mound visit breaks up. Neville off of third, Frazier second, and Paulino first with 2 outs. 0-1 to Johnson. Lined, fair, inside third and down the left field line. Neville scores. Frazier turns third. He scores. Paulino gets the windmill as the ball goes to the corner. The relay to the plate, not in time. Johnson into second with a bases clearing double. And now the umpire points Paulino back to third base, says the ball went out of play. So it's a 2-run double for Johnson, and it's 3-0 Chatham here in the bottom of the second. Neville scores and Frazier scores, but the ball dead in the left field corner crossed the white chalk line by the Chatham bullpen. And so Paulino forced to stop at third. Johnson up to second, and now the umpires converge left of the mound. They'll talk it over. It was the left side umpire, Noah Hobart, who charged in after Paulino came in and sent him back to third.
Yeah, he came in to score. There was a play at the plate. He went all the way back to the dugout and then was escorted back to third base. All that effort for nothing, though. We'll see what this conversation is about.
Jack Dahm, the Falmouth manager, is out of the first base dugout pleading his case that only one of the runs should have scored. And now Dennis Cook is called over, and he is upset. Jeff Merzell has his hand up in the air as if to say, hold on. Cook and Merzell face-to-face along the third base line. Dennis clearly not pleased.
No, it's pretty obvious.
Whatever call is coming.
I mean, the gestures, the move of the head. He's not exactly thrilled.
And Dennis is pointing at first base, asking Jeff Merzell how he, on the right side of the infield, is making the call on the ball hit down the left field line. And they've ruled it a foul ball. My goodness. The right side umpire has overruled the left side umpire on a fair foul call on a ball hit down the left field line. A shocking turn of events sends Rhett Johnson back to the plate. Whoa. I thought the debate would be how many runners scored, not whether or not the ball was fair.
I completely agree. I figured it would be either Johnson is standing on second and Paulino scored, or Paulino has to stay on third. I figured those were the two options.
So the bases reloaded. The score goes back to 1-0 Chatham, and the pitch to Johnson up and away. That makes it a ball and 2 strikes on Johnson. Right-hander Keenan comes home. Fastball outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Rhett. Neville off of third. Frazier second and Paulino first. 2-2 to Johnson. Line foul to the backstop. Count stays even, 2-2. Chatham feels that it's been stripped of 2 deserved runs here on the fair ball call overturned on the ball down the left field line. Another 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. What appeared to be a 2-run double off of the bat of Rhett Johnson rescinded. Turned into a foul ball, and Johnson strikes out to end the home half of the second. Just the 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and the bases left loaded. To the third at Veterans Field. Chatham 1 and Falmouth 0. Colin Fisher back to the hill next on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham A's on the air.
Heading to Nantucket this summer? Skip the traffic and take to the skies with Cape Air. With convenient flights from Norwood to Nantucket, you can start your vacation sooner without the hassle of traffic. That way you spend more time relaxing and less time getting there. Experience the Cape Air difference and book your next flight today at capeair.com. Let Cape Air be your wings in the Northeast.
Feel alright when you hear the music ring. Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain and hear the jazz go down. Competition in other places. But the horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south. Way on down south. London town.
Chatham 1, Falmouth 0. The top of the third begins at Veterans Field. And the left-handed hitting Anthony Diaz steps in against Chatham lefty starter Colin Fisher. First pitch, breaking ball called to strike, top of the zone, 0-1. Chatham scored a run in the bottom of the second on the RBI single from Gabe Frazier, 0-1. Breaking ball lined up the middle, off the leg of the pitcher Fisher, it trickles into left field. A leadoff single for Anthony Diaz off of the pitcher's foot. And Falmouth has its first base runner of the day to lead off the third. Brings up the right-handed hitting Carl Schmidt. Runner off of first with nobody out. Fisher home. Breaking ball down and in, 1-0. Chatham middle infielders pinch toward the bag at second in search of a double play. 1-0. Tapped on the ground, foul in front of the A's dugout. Connor Schaus, the Chatham DH, pops out to pick up the ground ball. Count goes even on Schmidt. He's playing in his first game of the summer with Falmouth, although he did play about half the season with the Commodores last summer. Pick to first, safe. Runner dives back with a head-first slide. Diaz, the outfielder from the University of New Mexico, off of first. The 1-1 to Schmidt, outside, 2-1. In the bottom of the second, Chatham thought it had 2 additional runs when Rhett Johnson hit a double on a line drive down the left field line, but the call after an umpire conference was overturned to a foul ball. 2-1, popped up over the first base side dugout, 2-2. When the call was made, there was no umpire on the left side. The right side umpire, Jeff Merzell, was by first. The left side umpire, Noah Hobart, was in the middle of the field. So the call was made from Mike Rabideau, the home plate umpire. 2-2. Breaking ball launched into center field. Johnson casually jogs back. He stops and makes the catch over his left shoulder, just shy of the warning track in dead central. Carl Schmidt hits it a long way, but he hits into the first out of this top of the third. Brings up the 9-hole hitter Fabio Peralta. Left-handed hitting center fielder out of Miami, who stands 6'2", 190 pounds. He's playing in his 5th game with Falmouth, just a 167 hitter so far. Lefty picks to first, safe. This time, Diaz back standing up. Ahead of the tag applied on the back from Harlan Hovatter at first.
Diaz has a sizable lead over there at first base, but Fisher's pick move towards first takes some time, so he's been able to get back pretty easily.
First pitch, down and away. 1-0 on Peralta. Barring the double play, the leadoff man Austin Maley will come up next. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball called a strike right at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike on Peralta. Chatham 1, Falmouth nothing. Top of the third at Veterans Field. Diaz off of first with 1 out, the 1-1. Tapped on the ground toward first. Hovatter comes off the bag to get it. There's nobody to cover first, and everybody's safe. Diaz moves to second. Peralta's got an infield single, and Falmouth has 2 on with 1 out, trailing by a run in the top of the third. Hovatter charged in on a soft grounder, kind of in no man's land between the pitcher's mound and first base. Fisher also went after the baseball initially, and so by the time Hovatter picked it up, there was nobody even in the vicinity of first base, and Peralta easily safe with an infield single. First pitch to Maley, cracked on a line to left. Waters turns, he makes the catch on the run. A snow cone grab about 10 feet shy of the warning track, and there are 2 away. Maley smashed it off of Fisher, but Bino Waters there for it and left. And now Fisher 1 hitter away from escaping trouble here in the third. He's got to get the right-handed hitting Ty Konis, 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field. Fisher comes set. First pitch to Konis. Swing and a miss. 87-mile-an-hour changeup out of the hand of Fisher, and it's 0-1. Lefty sets again. Ready for the 0-1 pitch to Konis. Looks at second. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Pick to first. Save! Traeger tried to backpick Fabio Peralta and just barely was late with the throw as Peralta dove in head first ahead of the tag from Hovatter. And they say no swing. They've said no swing on a complete swing. Konis swung all the way through the pitch. And they've called it a ball. So it's 1-1. The home plate umpire, Rabideau, shouted at Dennis Cook that he asked Jeff Merzell at first. Now the 1-1 cut on and missed. It's 1-2.
And that should have been strike 3.
Chatham certainly thinks so. The A's supporters at Veterans Field certainly think so. 1-2 to Konis. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Colin Fisher wiggles out of danger in the third. 2 of the first 3 batters reach with infield singles, but Fisher gets Melee to line out to left and Konis to strike out swinging. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. After 2.5 at Veterans Field, it's Chatham 1 and Falmouth nothing. Waters, Schaus, Hovatter next.
Chatham A's on the air.
Well, I was born in a small town and I live in a small town. Live in the same small town. My job is a small town. Provides little opportunity. Hey! Educated in a small town. Taught to fear Jesus in a small town. Used to daydream in that small town. Another boring romantic, that's me. But I've seen it all in a small town. Had myself a ball in a small town.
Back at Veterans Field, time for the bottom of the third on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. It's Chatham 1, Falmouth nothing. With Chase Abrams, I'm Jake Klein. Colin Fisher got out of a 2-men-on situation in the top of the third, and now Bino Waters leads off for Chatham, which sends 2, 3, and 4 to the plate in the bottom of the third against the right-handed starter Aiden Keenan. Right-on-left matchup. First pitch to Waters. Clocked into the right center field gap. Peralta comes over. He makes the catch on a line for the first out. Stung a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, but Waters retired as Peralta glides into the gap between right and center and puts him out. Waters 0 for 2, and that brings up Connor Schaus with 1 out and nobody on. First pitch, swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike on Schaus. Right on right, Keenan winds up. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Bounces on the front line of the left-handed batter's box against the right-handed hitting Schaus. Goes to a ball and a strike. Schaus 0 for 1. He grounded out on a check swing back to the pitcher last time up. 2 hits apiece. Chatham in front 1-0. Bottom 3. The pitch. Down and away. Skips off the end of the catcher Nugent's glove and trickles toward the backstop. 2 balls and a strike on Schaus. What was just a gross couple of hours before the game has cleared into a pretty nice evening at Veterans Field. 2-1. Drilled to left, but playable for Schmidt. He backs up and trots toward the center fielder, and Schmidt makes the play in left for the second out. especially this early in the summer. It can be hard to put one out to left field at Veterans Field, where it's 340 feet to the pole and 357 to left center. A couple of balls in this game hit hard that way, but not deep enough.
The only home runs we've seen this summer at Veterans Field have gone out to right field.
Right on left as Harlan Hovatter steps in. First pitch, upstairs. Ball and no strikes on Hovatter. Reached on an error his first time up on a ground ball that got past the first baseman Slanker. 1-0. Breaking ball called a strike, inner third. 1-1. Right-hander winds up. 1-1 pitch. Fastball called a strike. Inner third, it's 1-2. Nobody on, 2 out. Hovatter in the back of the left-handed box. Righty Keenan winds the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball called strike 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Aiden Keenan in the bottom of the third. He gets the Falmouth bats right back up to the plate. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base in the home half of the third. After a third of this game, Chatham brings a 1-0 lead into the middle innings. Colin Fisher comes back out. He faces Nugent, Jackson, and Slanker, 3, 4, and 5 in the Falmouth order. And Chase Abrams takes over on play-by-play when we return. Don't go anywhere. Chatham's got the lead, and you're listening to it right here on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Sports Radio, play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on GRC.
Hi, this is Dennis Cook, manager of the Chatham Anglers. You're listening to Chatham A's Baseball with Chase Abrams and Jake Klein on Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Back at Veterans Field for the start of the fourth with your play-by-play. Here's Chase Abrams.
Colin Fisher back to the mound for Chatham. He's allowed just 2 hits through 3 innings of work thus far and struck out a pair. He faces the heart of the Commodore order here in the top of the 4th inning, starting things off with the left-handed hitting, or rather right-handed hitting, Jimmy Nugent from Louisville. Nugent, the first of Fisher's 2 strikeout victims back in the 1st inning. He K'd him to end that first frame. Also a strikeout to end last inning. First pitch. Fastball outside, 1-0. One 1-0. Anglers lead the Commodores. It's a run on 2 hits for Chatham. 1-0. In the dirt, 2-0. Not a long rest for Fisher. In the bottom half of the third as Chatham went down 1-2-3. 2-0 the count on Nugent. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Out of the windup, 2-1 pitch. Low and in. And Nugent's got a 3-ball, 1-strike count to work with. 40 pitches on the evening now for Fisher on the mound. He's through 3+. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball left side. Neville deep in the hole. Backhands. Throws across the diamond. In time. The shortstop Neville deep in the hole at short. Throw across his body and across the diamond. And he beat Nugent to the bag for the first out. Now the righty DH Riley Jackson steps up to face Fisher. 0 for 1 so far. A fellow 6'3" ground out victim. First pitch to him. Fly ball left field. Waters goes back, now comes in and makes the catch for the second out. Five pitches, 2 outs for Fisher to start the top of the 4th inning. The bases stay empty. And now Ben Slanker walks into the left-handed batter's box. The first baseman grounded out to Fisher in the 2nd inning. First pitch, ball outside and low. One-0 pitch, low and away, 2-0. Slanker, who spent last summer with the Jamestown Tarp Skunks of the Perfect Game League, made the jump to the Cape this summer. 2-0 pitch. Called the strike. Fastball inner third at 92 miles an hour. It's a sinker from Fisher on the mound, so it breaks towards the left-handed batter Slanker. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Popped up, foul and out of play. Over our heads in the Veterans Field press box, offset to the third base line. Two and two the count. 2 outs, bases empty. Chatham leads Falmouth 1-0. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball ripped. Center field, Johnson sprints back, still going back. At the track, he reaches up and makes the catch about 5 feet in front of the 381 sign in dead center. Slanker gave it a ride out towards dead center. It stayed in the park, and the Commodores go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no men left. Chatham takes a 1-0 lead to the bottom of the 4th inning when we come back on the other side on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRZ, Cape Cod.
Hardwood Supply is a candy store for wood, whether you're a professional or an amateur. Reader's Hardwood Supply carries 70 species of both domestic and imported lumber from around the world, displayed in over 300 self-serve bins for your selection. So for your next project, make it your masterpiece with stock from Reader's Hardwood Supply. The woods of the world are here at Reader's Hardwood Supply.
We've got a Chatham bars in, call to the bullpen for the Falmouth Commodores. It's a lefty in the game for Falmouth. Jack Bauer just wrapped up his freshman season at Mississippi State. He was the #1 freshman in the country by perfect game going into this past spring. And part of that reason is because he threw the fastest pitch ever recorded by a prep pitcher at 103 miles an hour. 56 strikeouts in 26 and a third innings his senior season of high school. He doesn't throw 103 consistently, but that fastball can go 101, 102 in that range. Commodores turn to a lefty in the pocket of 3 straight lefties in the Chatham order. It's Nolan Traeger leading things off. Backstop bats from the left side. Then it's the lefty Neville and the lefty Frazier, the next 2 men up. Bauer comes home. Fastball, called a strike, 95 miles an hour. Bauer's only appearance with YD was in Game 3. It was against YD. He went 2 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks. He only struck out 1. 0-1. Fastball, lined straight back to the screen. Traeger behind 0-2. Bauer 6'4", 195, pitching from the left side. Ahead of Traeger, 0-2. Long wait from Bauer on the mound, nods his head, brings the glove to his face. Here's the pitch. Upstairs. 99 that time from Bauer. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Traeger. Bauer made 16 appearances this past season, no starts, had a 7.09 ERA. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball low and away. An even 2-2 count on Traeger. Traeger popped out to the third baseman Ventiker in foul territory in the 2nd inning. He leads off the bottom of the 4th for Chatham now. 2-2 pitch. It hit him. 96 miles an hour, and he wore it on his back. Traeger gets the free base to first, but he certainly paid the price for it. A slow walk from Traeger down the first base line, high fives the Chatham first base coach, and seems to be just fine. Bauer hits the first man he faces, gives Chatham a base runner with nobody gone, and Cooper Neville the next man up. Neville singled in the 2nd inning. Bauer out of the stretch, first pitch. Fastball, called the strike at the knees. Neville singled, was standing on third when the bases were loaded for Rhett Johnson. He would have scored had the Johnson 3-run double not been changed to a 2-run double and then reversed entirely when it was called a foul ball. 0-1. Fastball, tapped foul, softly to the first base side by the Falmouth dugout. Neville behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Neville hitting .280 in his 6 games with Chatham. 8 RBIs to his credit. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit Neville. Back-to-back 2-strike counts for Bauer. Back-to-back hit batters. Chatham's got runners on first and second with nobody out in the bottom of the 4th.
The third baseman from Florida State, number 25, Gabe Frazier.
And now Gabe Frazier steps into the left-handed batter's box. And the first righty for Chatham, Kelvin Paulino, the man on deck. Bauer came in, was set to face 3 lefties. Well, he's hit the first 2. First pitch to Frazier. Fastball, called a strike, outer third at the knees. Bauer looks the runner back to second and comes home. 0-1. Low and away. Ball 1. It's Traeger, the man on second. Neville leading off of first. Bauer facing Gabe Frazier and his 1.185 OPS. Frazier singled and made it to second in the second inning. Count even at 1-1. Here's the pitch. Fastball, lined, right field, and down for a base hit. Maley dove, he couldn't get it. It gets to short right field. Going to third is Traeger, he puts on the brakes there. It's another single for Frazier, softly hit to the right side, but it got through. And Chatham has the bases loaded with nobody gone in the bottom of the fourth.
Frazier didn't exactly beat the heck out of the baseball there, but does the job. Just sneaks it right past Maley at second, and now perhaps the biggest spot of the young Chatham career for Paulino.
Now Frazier hit it off the hands a little bit towards short left and second base. Maley dove as it was sinking towards the grass, and it snuck right under him. Traeger had to wait at second to see if it was caught, so he only got to third. But the bases are juiced for Kelvin Paulino. Defense staying straight up for Falmouth. First pitch. Fastball, called a strike on the inner third, 96 miles an hour. Oh, 1. Ground ball left side, diving play, can't be made by the third baseman Veneker. 2 runs come in to score for Chatham. It's a 2-run double for Paulino, and the A's lead 3-0 in the bottom of the fourth. It's an RBI single for Paulino.
Now batting the center for right fielder Gale, number 22, Caden Dosa.
3-0 A's. Now a conference on the mound for Falmouth. After Bowers faced 4 hitters, and all 4 have reached base successfully. It was Paulino's first hit for Chatham. It drove in 2 and put the A's up 3. Traeger scored from third. Neville scored from second. Frazier moved up to second, and Paulino is on first now. Conference on the mound has concluded. Bauer stays in the game and now faces the right-handed hitting right fielder Caden Dosa. Dosa struck out on 3 pitches his last time up. Hitting just under 200 for Chatham this season. First pitch, double steal on. Dosa grounds it towards third. Tag applied at third. He's out. Throw to first in time as well. 5-3. The double play goes for Falmouth. The third baseman, Ventiker, tagged Frazier out as he was running from second to third, then threw to first in time to beat Dosa there. And Frazier looks to be in some pain, hobbling towards the Chatham dugout on the third base side.
Somebody in the crowd just got a rise out of everybody else by yelling, "That was a foul ball," on the double play.
It was hit in a pretty similar spot as the Rhett Johnson foul ball. Rhett Johnson up now, first pitch to him. It's a fastball tapped towards the mound on the left side. Bauer fields with the bare hand, throws to first. No throw to first. He has no play there. It's an infield single for Johnson, and Paulino goes to third. Johnson was flying out of the left-handed batter's box the second he made contact. Bauer picked it up on the third base side of the infield with the bare hand, looked towards first, and even his 100-mile-an-hour fastball would not have been enough to get Johnson. Johnson now leading off of first. Bino Waters up. Left-handed hitting left fielder. First pitch. Fastball inside. Waters just barely got out of the way. The command for Bauer. keeping Chatham players on their toes, especially left-handed hitting Chatham players, of which there are 6 in the A's order. Runners on the corners for Chatham. 2 gone, 1-0. Fastball called a strike. One and 1 the count on Waters, 0 for 2 thus far. Here's the pitch. Popped up, foul and out of play, third base side. Waters put down the bat for a second, swung the arms a couple times expectantly, and he's back into the lefty batter's box. Straight up defense for Falmouth with the first baseman Slanker holding Johnson on first. Bowers 1-2, inside. An even 2-2 count on Bino Waters. 97 miles an hour on the Bauer fastball towards Waters' front shoulder. Bowers nods, glove at the letters, and comes set. Here's the 2-2. Johnson goes to second, pitches a ball throw to second. Not in time. Rhett Johnson steals second and puts 2 men in scoring position for Chatham with 2 gone and a full count on Bino Waters. Connor Schaus waits on deck. Bowers looks back to second. Here's the payoff. Tapped softly in front of the mound. Bauer spins, bare hands, throws to first, up high. It gets away. 2 runs come in to score. Paulino scores from third. Johnson scores from second. Waters reaches first safely, and Chatham leads 5-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Another soft grounder back towards the pitcher's mound. This time Bauer threw it and threw it high to first. First pitch to Schaus. Fastball called a strike at the top of the zone. Schaus a long, withering look at home plate umpire Mike Rabideau after that last call. He's behind 0-1. 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out so far. Waters off of first. He goes 0-1 pitch in the dirt. No throw to second. Waters now steals second base. Moves into scoring position again for Chatham. Still 2 gone in the bottom of the 4th.
Now the Falmouth manager, Jack Dahm, is out again.
Having a conversation with home plate umpire Mike Rabideau. Conversation's over. Dahm trudges back to the dugout on the first base side.
Well, I was already terribly wrong about what their first conversation was about when I did not expect a foul ball to be called. I've got no idea what that could have been about.
0-1 to Schaus. Bino Waters goes to third. Once again, no throw. Chaos on the base paths for Chatham, continuing to move runners up. Waters, it was ruled a single on the soft grounder back towards the pitcher's mound. He advanced to second on a stolen base, then stole third. Count 1-1 on Schaus. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside, 2-1. Six batters have reached base this inning. 2-1. Fastball called a strike. 96 miles an hour on the inner third. And the count's even at 2-2. 6 batters have reached. 7 batters have come to the plate, with Schaus in the midst of his at-bat, the 8th. The only player who didn't reach was Caden Dosa. 2-2. Inside. That was the 3-2 pitch, and it's ball 4. Runners on the corners for Chatham once more. Dosa grounded into a double play, 5-3. And he's the only angler not to reach base this half inning of the 8 who have come to the plate. Now Hovatter, the 9th man up, faces his future Mississippi State teammate in Bauer on the mound. Waters on third, Schaus on first. First pitch, upstairs. Schaus a delayed steal of second, just jogging to second base. Pump fake from Nugent behind the dish, but he doesn't throw down.
Smart on both ends. Smart of Chatham to try to draw the throw and get home the extra run. Smart of Nugent and Falmouth to know not to throw that.
1-0. Fastball, call the strike. Outside corner at Hovatter's waist that time. The A's have had free reign on the base paths tonight. In this inning, really. One. Popped up, foul territory, and drifting out of play. Back towards the community center behind Veterans Field, offset to the third base side. It's 5 runs on 6 hits for Chatham. Before this inning, it was 1 run on 2 hits. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball back up the middle. Bauer spears it, jogs towards first, and tosses slowly underhand for the final out. Took his time with that one, did not want to make any mistakes as he ran almost the entire way to first base to record the final out. All 9 Anglers hitters come to the plate in the bottom of the 4th inning, and Chatham tacks on 4 more. It's 4 runs on 4 hits for the A's, who now lead the Commodores 5-0. When we come back, it's 6, 7, and 8 due up for Falmouth in the top half of the 5th.
Chatham on TRZ, Cape Cod.
Like tell you about now, baby. You know she comes around. Just about 5'4". From her head to the ground. You know she comes around here.
Dream it. If you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Full of surprises, but Eastern Propane and Oil is always just a call away. With a local team member available 24/7, we're always ready to support you when you need it. With an Eastern Propane and Oil technician on the way, your family's comfort is our priority. Our local team, over 500 strong, ensures your home is comfortable and warm. Eastern Propane and Oil, a local team with 24/7 service and delivery, ensuring comfort when you need it most.
All summer long. Nick Ventiker leads things off for the Commodores in the top of the 5th against Chatham lefty Colin Fisher. First pitch. Nubber softly towards the right side. It bounces in front of Hovatter. He tosses underhand to Fisher covering first. Not in time. Ventiker beats it out, an infield single on a softly hit blooper towards the right side. It bounced away from Hovatter, who grabbed it, flipped towards Fisher at first, but Fisher beaten to the bag by Ventiker, who leads off the top of the 5th with an infield hit.
Tough break because Fisher, who was a little bit late getting over, did get over in time, and Hovatter went with the underhand toss, and he got the ball there in time. Fisher's right foot came down and just missed the base.
Now Ventiker off of first. Fisher pitching to the lefty Anthony Diaz. First pitch outside. Diaz had showed bunt but pulled back. Diaz supplied one of the 3 Falmouth hits so far this game. The first hit of the game off of Fisher in the 3rd. He singled. He's got Ventiker off of first. 1-0 pitch. Fastball outside, 2-0. Fisher comes set, looks towards first. Here's the 2-0. Breaking ball, called a strike. Outer third on the lefty Diaz, just below his letters. Diaz, who hails from Tucson, Arizona. 2-1, bounce towards short. Neville to second for one. Paulino to first, not in time. Chatham gets the lead runner, Ventiker at second on the throw from Neville to Paulino, but Paulino couldn't turn it fast enough to cut down Diaz at first. It's a fielder's choice for Diaz and a man on first situation for the Commodores with one gone in the top of the fifth. Right-handed hitting Carl Schmidt from the University of California steps in to oppose Fisher. First pitch, lined foul to the netting straight behind home plate. Schmidt, 5'11", 185-pound left fielder who just finished his redshirt sophomore season. 0-1 up high, 1-1. Schmidt hit .279 this past season at Cal, 9 home runs. 1-1 pick to first, safe. Diaz back easily, no tag applied by Hovatter at first. Schmidt in the box, played for Falmouth last summer, played 36 games with the Commodores last summer. He hit .284, 14 RBIs, 1-1. Ground ball left side softly. Neville scoops. No, he missed it. It bounced out of his glove, and Schmidt reaches safely. It's now runners on first and second for the Commodores. And Fabio Peralta stepping up to get ready in the left-handed batter's box. It's ruled an E6 on Neville that allows Schmidt to reach. First pitch to Peralta, inside. There's a breaking ball from Fisher that started right at Peralta's back in the left-handed batter's box and broke back towards the plate, but not quite all the way there. Fisher's 1-0. Fastball, called a strike. Outside corner at 91 miles an hour on the Fisher sinker. Middle infielders for Chatham, Neville at short and Paulino at second, pinched toward the second base bag with the hopes of turning two. Diaz off of second, Schmidt off of first. Fisher's 1-2. Fastball, lined straight foul towards the third base dugout. Hit the screen in front of the Chatham dugout. No players nicked. Fisher facing trouble for the first time since the third inning when he allowed 2 singles. Looks back towards second, now comes home. The 1-2. Breaking ball, grounded right side. Paulino can't get it. It's through into right field. Diaz comes in to score from second. Schmidt goes first to third safely. The throw arrived late. It's an RBI single for Fabio Peralta. Falmouth gets one back. It's 5-1 in the top of the fifth.
Second baseman, number 24, Austin Daly.
With 1 gone and 1 run home for the Commodores, the lineup flips over for Austin Maley. The right-handed hitting second baseman from Gateway Community College is 0 for 2 tonight with a couple flyouts. Comes in with runners on the corners and 1 gone. First pitch, fastball up and away. 1-0 the count on Maley. Fisher looks Peralta back. 1-0. Gets by. Traeger into the backstop. Another run comes in to score. Schmidt scores on the wild pitch from Fisher on the mound. Peralta goes to second. It's 5-2 Chatham in the top of the fifth. And now the Chatham infield going towards the pitcher's mound to have a conversation with Colin Fisher. It was a long wait in the dugout in the bottom of the fourth inning when he watched the Anglers scratch off 4 runs. The entire Chatham infield is out on the mound with Fisher, including the catcher Traeger. They offer some words of encouragement, pat him on the back, and jog back to their respective spots.
Fisher's up over 60 pitches now on the night, so probably coming toward the end of the line.
He's behind 2-0 on Maley, who's back into the right-handed batter's box with 1 spin of the bat and ready. Here's the 2-0. Tapped foul softly, right side. And Maley ahead 2-1. Two-one pitch, runner goes to third, throw to third. Not in time, it pulled Frazier off the bag. He can't believe the safe call. But Peralta awarded the successful steal of third.
And now Peralta's shaken up.
Being tended to by the third base coach of the Commodores. It's a successful stolen base. Falmouth has a runner at third, 90 feet away, with 1 gone in the top of the fifth. Commodores have already scored twice this inning off of Fisher, who came in having allowed no runs on just 2 hits. He's allowed 2 runs on 2 hits this inning. And the infield all comes in for Chatham. The pitch, called a strike, and the count runs full on Maley.
Notable that Dennis Cook considers this potential third Falmouth run important enough to bring the infield in with 1 out.
Here's the payoff. Up and away, ball 4. Fisher's struggles this inning continue. Falmouth with runners on first and third and 1 out as the middle infield for Chatham drifts back. A double play in play. Ty Konis up now, batting from the right side is the shortstop. First pitch to him, breaking ball, called the strike. .77 miles an hour on the curveball from Fisher on the mound. 0-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. .02 pitch, runner goes, pitch is clocked, left field, Waters sprints back, he can't get it, it drops in the left center field gap. 2 more runs come in to score for Falmouth. Digging into second base with a stand-up 2-run double is Ty Konis. It's a 1-run game at Veterans Field. 5-4, Anglers on top of the Commodores in the top of the fifth. Chatham pitching coach Jay Powell making his first walk out to the Anglers mound this summer. The Chatham infield joins him. Fisher will stay in the game to face the 3-hitter Jimmy Nugent with a runner on second and 1 out. Powell already done. And we take a look at the MLB scores for today, brought to you by Mahi Gold Outfitters. Jake?
Tigers beat the White Sox 4-1. Reds crushed the Yankees 10-2. Blue Jays went on the road to Chicago and won 8-6 over the Cubs. Chase, your Phillies are winning 7-0 in the third against the Mets. Red Sox play later tonight, 10 o'clock start in Seattle.
Nugent into the right-handed batter's box, 0 for 2 today against Fisher. Looks the runner back to second. And comes home. Breaking ball hits Nugent on the front foot. He's hobbling down the first base line, but unlaces the foot guard on that left foot. Gives it to the Falmouth ball boy and jogs to first.
The designated hitter, number 12, Riley Jackson.
Mound visit from Jay Powell. And the first pitch, Fisher throws after it, runs inside and hits Nugent. Now the Commodores have runners on first and second with 1 out.
Dennis Cook just got on his walkie-talkie and said down to the Chatham bullpen, "Let me know when he's ready."
First pitch to Riley Jackson, low and in, 1-0. Jackson, the right-handed hitting DH from Houston. Another guy 0 for 2 to this point. Konis on second, Nugent on first. Fisher looks Konis back to second. Comes home with a 1-0. Popped foul and out of play, first base side. It bounces off one of the light poles behind the Falmouth dugout and the snack shack here at Veterans Field. 1 ball and 1 strike on Riley Jackson. One. Breaking ball cut on and missed, strike 2. Fisher's last strikeout on the mound was back in the 3rd inning. He punched out Konis to end the 3rd inning. Ahead 1-2 on Jackson. Here's the pitch. Fastball tapped foul. Jackson just got a piece of it and swatted it straight back, somewhat offset to the third base side. Still a ball and 2 strikes on Jackson, who's grounded out and flown out today. Another 1-2. Fastball up and away. An even 2-2 count on Jackson. Chatham scored 4 in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Commodores have answered with 4 of their own in the top of the 5th and threatening to add on with runners on first and second and 1 gone. 2-2. Off speed. Hit him. Back-to-back hit batters by Fisher have loaded the bases for Falmouth. Still 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. And just another base runner for Fisher to have to worry about on the mound.
I mean, all 8 hitters who have come to the plate in this inning have finished their plate appearance and ended up standing on first base.
There's a righty warming in the Chatham bullpen down the third base line in the corner by the 348 sign. Fisher stays in to face the left-handed hitting Ben Slanker. First pitch, breaking ball outside, 1-0.
He's thrown more than 20 pitches in this inning alone.
1-0. Fastball, called a strike on the inner third. 5-4, the final score of last night's game, when Chatham beat Brewster right here at Veterans Field. It's 5-4 again. 1-1. Fouled straight back to the netting. Slanker behind 1-2. It's the exact same score here tonight. The difference is it's 4 innings earlier.
Got the right-handed hitting Ventiker on deck. I wonder if this lefty-lefty matchup would be Fisher's last.
1-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Fisher sends Slanker down swinging and it is going to be his last batter of the night. He ends on a strong note with the punch-out, but it was the 9th batter he faced in the top of the 5th inning. He gives way to the Chatham bullpen when we come back on the other side. Anglers ahead of the Commodores 5-4 in the top of the 5th. 2 gone, bases loaded. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Chatham A's Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRZ, Cape Cod.
Did you write the book of love, and do you have faith in God above? If the Bible tells you so. Now, do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes. Man, I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage bronc and buck with a pink carnation and a pickup truck. But I knew I was out of luck the day the music died. I started singing Bye Bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Now for 10 years we've been on our own in Moss Grove.
Eastern Propane and Oil is proud to recognize our hometown heroes throughout the Cape. If you're active duty military, a veteran, police, fire, or EMT personnel, you are eligible for a discount. It's another Chatham Bars In call to the pen for the Chatham Anglers. Right-handed reliever Mikey Ragusa into the bases loaded 2-out situation for Chatham in the top of the 5th. Ragusa, the 6'1", 175-pound right-hander, just wrapped up his freshman season at North Carolina State University. Features a fastball, a slider, and a changeup, though he's very reliant on the fastball that can sit between 89 and 93.
Pretty simple mission here, at least to start the outing.
Made 1 appearance so far for Chatham. 2 innings pitched, struck out 4 in the opening day loss to Bourne. Just allowed 1 hit, 1 walk with the 4 punch-outs in his 2 innings of work. Getting his warm-up pitches in to Traeger. His first time working with Traeger in game action, he was throwing to Reynolds during that opening day game against Bourne. 5-4, Chatham leads Falmouth. 5 runs on 6 hits with 1 error for the Anglers. 4 runs on 5 hits with 2 errors for the Commodores. Warm-up pitches concluded. Nick Ventiker steps into the right-handed batter's box. He started off this long inning with a single, then was thrown out at second on a fielder's choice from Anthony Diaz. Stepping up with the bases loaded and 2 men gone. Ragusa comes home. Fastball called strike 1. Conus on third, Nugent on second, Jackson on first. Long wait. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball low and away. It was a slider that time from Ragusa that broke away from the right-handed hitting Ventiker. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball, called a strike on the outer third. One-two count, bases loaded, 2 outs. 1-run game. 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Another slider, same result as the last one he threw. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count on Ventiker, the Creighton third baseman.
Now does Ragusa go back to the fastball, or he's had the 2 strikes, or does he try a third slider and try to get a chase?
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He went with the fastball, and it was the right decision. 91 miles an hour on the Ragusa heater, and he leaves him loaded in the top of the 5th. Ragusa preserves the 1-run Chatham lead. It's 3 runs on 3 hits for the Commodores in the inning. 1 error made by Chatham, 3 men left on base. When we come back, it's a 1-run lead for Chatham on the other side on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
The Cape's leader, sports radio play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on TRC, Cape Cod. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer. Johnny's got his 6-string high. Now he's holding in what he used to make it talk so tough. It's tough. Cheetah dreams of running away. She cries in the nighttime and whispers, baby, it's okay. Someday we gotta hold on to what we got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear.
Chatham bars in, call to the bullpen for the Falmouth Commodores brings Aiden Donovan into the game to start the bottom of the 5th. Right-hander just finished up his sophomore season at Michigan State, 6'4", 225 pounds. Pitched to a 3.71 ERA in 15 appearances this past season with the Spartans. First pitch to Traeger. Up and away, ball 1. Started him off with an off-speed pitch and missed it wide outside. Donovan faces the 5, 6, 7 spots. 1-0, popped up, third base side, foul territory, and drifting out of play towards the Chatham bullpen. 5, 6, and 7 to oppose Donovan this inning. 1-1 the count on Traeger. 0 for 1 so far with a pop-out, but he was hit by a pitch and scored. 1-1. Off-speed outside, 2-1. Final line on Bauer reads like this. 1 inning, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, no strikeouts. 2-1 the count on Traeger. The righty Donovan comes set. Glove in front of his face. And comes home. Fastball up and away, 3-1. A flash of lightning seen behind the trees in left field. No reaction from the crowd just yet. We're not through 5, though we're close in the bottom of the 5th. 3-1. Ground ball right side towards second. Maley up with it, throws to first for the first out. Traeger down by way of the ground out, 4-3. 1 out on the Anglers in the bottom of the 5th.
Number 50, Cooper Neville.
It brings the left-handed hitting shortstop Cooper Neville to the plate to face the righty Donovan. Retired Traeger on 5 pitches on the ground out. Out of the windup, he comes home. Breaking ball outside. 1-0 on Neville. Neville 1 for 2 so far. Actually 1 for 1. He singled and was hit by a pitch. 1-0 pitch. Popped up, foul territory and out of play. Towards the community center once more. 1 ball and 1 strike. Neville, the 1-for-1 effort, has raised his average this season to .308. 1-1. Off speed, call the strike on the inner third. Neville did boost that batting average last night with a 2-for-4 effort. Behind 1 and 2 on Donovan. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right side again. Slanker, the first baseman, flips to the pitcher. Donovan covering for the second out. .3-1 on the putout. There's 2 gone in the bottom of the 5th.
Perfectly executed from Falmouth. Donovan got over right away. And a nice flip from Slanker. Did well to put it in front of Donovan. Lead him with the pass, almost like a quarterback and a wide receiver.
2 routine groundouts from the 5 and 6 hitters in the Chatham order to open this bottom of the 5th inning. Gabe Frazier into the lefty batter's box now. First pitch to him is a breaking ball low and in, just over the feet of Frazier, who scooted him back just a bit as the pitch came inside. Ahead 1 ball and no strikes. Frazier 2 for 2 tonight. A couple singles. The last one was a softly hit blooper to the right side that just snuck past Maley into short right field. 1-0. Fastball. Call the strike. Bottom of the zone that time. We talked about Neville's average up above 300, though it's now down below 300 at 296 after the ground out. Frazier up to 435 right now. 1-1. Fastball outside. Frazier ahead 2 balls and 1 strike. (2-1). Base is empty. 2 out. 2-1 pitch. Fastball. Call the strike inner third. Flew right in front of the red 25 on the front of Frazier's all-white jersey. Count even at 2-2. Kelvin Paulino waits on deck. Now Frazier steps out, calls time, and readjusts the batting gloves. A light dusting of rain coming down on Veterans Field right now. Showers have been on and off tonight, though the rain's starting to pick up a little bit. 2-2. Fastball looped softly towards short left field. In comes Schmidt. He dives, and he can't get it. It bounces past him. Frazier around first, heading for second. The throw there is late. Frazier slides into second base safely with 2 gone in the bottom of the 5th. A dive from Schmidt, likely either a double for Frazier or a single with the extra base for the error, but I'm gonna say double for Frazier on that one.
And he's hitting the ball to all parts of the yard. Some of his hits have been hard. Some of his hits have been homers. Some of his hits have been like that one, broken bat, bloop doubles. Everything is coming up Gabe Frazier in these last couple of days.
Just finding the spots in the field where the Falmouth defenders aren't. First pitch to Paulino is low and in, ball 1. Paulino drove in 2 with a bases loaded single last inning in the 4th. Anglers leading 5-4 over the Commodores. Runner on second, 2 out, 1-0. Off speed, call the strike. Rain continuing to come down on the Veterans Field supporters here.
A whole bunch of them just headed for the exit.
1-1. Off speed, low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike on Kelvin Paulino.
Basically, as soon as it started to rain, you had about half the crowd in the home plate grandstand just take off.
Yes, the exodus has begun from Veterans Field. 2-1. Ground ball left side, scooped over there at third. No, it gets off the glove of Ventiker into left field. Frazier scores from second, and Chatham leads 6-4 in the bottom of the fifth. It was a ground ball to the left side. Ventiker couldn't handle it. It bounced off his glove into short left field. Konis had come in, so it bounced past the shortstop, allowing Frazier to score all the way from second. Paulino reaches, extends the inning, and extends the lead for Chatham. Caden Dosa up now, first pitch to him, fastball up and in. It's ruled a single for Paulino. His second single of the night, his second hit as a member of the Chatham Anglers, and his third RBI tonight. 1-0 to Dosa. Tap softly back towards the mound, speared over there by Donovan. He flips to first for out number 3. One to 3 on the putout, and the Anglers are retired. Chatham adds on one more, however. Kelvin Paulino, another RBI, another single, and the Anglers lead 6-4. You're listening to Chatham A's Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
A's on the air.
I got so down and out in Frisco, tired of the pills and the rain. I picked up headed for the sunshine. I left a good thing behind. Seemed all of our love was in vain. Now my baby's coming in on the Tucson train. I come here looking for a new life, one I wouldn't have to explain. And that voice that keeps me awake at night, one little piece would make everything right. If I could just turn off my brain. But now my baby's coming in on the Tucson train. We fought hard over nothing. We fought till nothing remained. I've carried that nothing for a long time. Now I carry my operator's license and spend my days just running this crane. And my baby's coming in on the Tucson train. Hard work will clear your mind and body. The hard sun will burn out the pain. If they're looking for me, tell them, buddy, I'm waiting down at the station. Just praying to the 5:15.
It took 5 innings and 10 combined runs, but the skies have opened up in Chatham. We are in the midst of a 30-minute rain delay at Veterans Field. The 5 innings are notable. Means the game is official. Anglers leading the Commodores 6-4 after those 5 innings of play. Lightning has been seen beyond the trees in left field. For Chatham so far tonight, it's 6 runs on 8 hits with 1 error. Falmouth, 4 runs on 5 hits with 2 errors. 2 pitchers into the game so far for Chatham. Colin Fisher went the first 4 2/3 innings. allowed 4 earned runs on 5 hits. He walked 1 and struck out 3, though he ran into trouble in the 5th inning, an inning where all 9 Commodores came to the plate. And he was pulled with 2 outs and the bases loaded in favor of Mikey Ragusa. Ragusa then struck out Ben Slanker to end the inning and get out of the threat for Chatham. He stranded the bases loaded and kept the lead at 5-4 at that period of time. Then Chatham added on 1 more in the bottom of the 5th, thanks to a Kelvin Paulino RBI single. It was a favorable ruling from the Veterans Field scorekeeper to rule it a single for Paulino. He had a soft line drive off the glove of Ventiker at third that scooted into short left field and brought Frazier home from second. Frazier got to second on a soft blooper towards left field that just dropped in front of the left fielder Schmidt. Softly hit, Frazier got a double out of it and then came around to score on the Paulino single 1 batter later. Then Caden Dosa grounded out to the pitcher to end the inning for Chatham. For Commodores pitchers so far today, Aiden Keenan went the first 3 innings, was reasonably effective. 1 run, it was unearned on 2 hits, a walk and 4 strikeouts for him. He exits today with a 5.4 season ERA. Jack Bauer came in after him for the 4th and struggled a whole lot more. 3 earned runs against Bauer, 4 total runs on 4 hits, 1 walk and 0 strikeouts for Bauer. In addition to that, he hit a couple Chatham batters. In fact, he hit Traeger and Neville to open up the 4th inning. Let's take a look at the scores across the Cape, presented by the Massachusetts Office of Travel and Tourism.
Well, delayed here, top of the 6th. No doubt about that. In Wareham, Harwich and Wareham are tied at 4, bottom of the 9th. Wareham has runners on 1st and 2nd with 1 out. So a chance there, Chase, for Wareham, which has won just 1 game so far.
And it was against Chatham.
And has scored only 13 runs in 6 games to beat Harwich, which had won 4 straight. 3 other games are final.
You mentioned 13 total runs for Wareham this season. 7 were against the Chatham Anglers in Game 3, a game that the Gatemen beat Chatham 7-6 in. It was 7 runs on 9 hits for the Gatemen, 6 runs on 8 for the Anglers.
Wareham has a negative 26 run differential.
Not exactly where you want to be at.
The other 3 results in the Cape League, in the West Division, Hyannis 3-2 winners over Cotuit. The Harbor Hawks host Chatham tomorrow at McKeon Park.
6 p.m. We will be on the call at 5:40 p.m., 20 minutes before first pitch, as we always are with the Anglers Extra pregame show, as lightning flashes beyond the outfield once more.
So that resets the clock. If the umpires are paying attention to the skies, another 30 minutes would be tacked onto this delay, Chase.
And you got to wonder if they're paying attention to the skies. Fans at Veterans Field have questioned whether they're paying attention to the game tonight.
That was questioned at one point.
There was a controversial late foul ball call on Rhett Johnson, what looked to be a 3-run double from Rhett Johnson with the bases loaded for Chatham. Then it was turned into a 2-run double as Kelvin Paulino was sent back to third because the ball trickled out of play, according to the umpires. Then the umpires all converged on the infield once more and said, no, it's not a hit at all. It's a foul ball. We're overturning the initial call, and everybody goes back to their bases. What had been a 3-run double for Johnson turned into a 2-run double, then turned into a strikeout swinging.
Jeff Merzel, the right side umpire in today's game, is now outside of the Falmouth dugout. He is meeting with the Chatham team trainer and team doctor, along with team president Steve West. They're checking out the radar on the phone. And just, Chase, to wrap up our check of Cape League scores presented by the Massachusetts Office of Travel and Tourism. Big result in the East. Brewster edged Orleans 4-3 at Stony Brook Field, which means the Whitecaps keep pace and will stay ahead of Chatham in the standings regardless of the result here at Veterans Field. And on the other hand, Orleans not able to gain any ground tonight on Chatham, so the A's will take at least a 2-point lead for the fourth and final playoff spot. Of course, still early, but you got to be in the top 4 to make the playoffs, and Chatham will have at least a 2-point lead on Orleans for that final spot headed into tomorrow. The last decision tonight, YD wins it 4-2 at Red Wilson Field over Bourne. So Yarmouth, Dennis under Scott Pickler off to a 6-1 start.
Yeah, Brewster improves to 4-3. That's third in the East Division. Best Chatham can do after tonight's result is 3-4. Orleans falls to 1-6. The worst Chatham can do after tonight's result is 2-5. So the Anglers squarely in fourth place in the East Division following tonight's results.
Yeah, it would take quite a turn of events for this game not only to turn in Falmouth's favor, but at this point just to continue at all. Because although the rain has basically stopped.
Yeah, that's not the issue right
here
now.
At Veterans Field. The issue A, you've got the lightning, which sends you into a 30-minute delay with each new strike. And secondly, you've got the conditions of the field. Remember, no field tarps in the Cape Cod Baseball League, only covers for the mound and plate and bullpen areas. So the entire infield has just taken about 10-15 minutes of hard rain, and it is wet. Jack Dahm, the Falmouth manager, now walking along the infield dirt with Jeff Merzell, the right side umpire, and Mike Rabideau, the home plate umpire.
It's been stop and start showers pretty much all night, starting pregame. I mean, when you were filming your manager's show, Jake, it was almost like the rain waited for you to say the words manager's show, because the second you started talking to Dennis Cook, it began downpouring.
Yeah, and it was raining on and off, like you said, before the game, really all the way up until game time. And then right as the game started, things kind of cleared up. And the first 4+ innings of the night here at Veterans Field were gorgeous.
Oh, absolutely. Gorgeous is almost an understatement. I mean, it was a perfect summer night in Chatham, and then out of nowhere, the rain clouds rolled back in. And by the way, we just had another lightning strike, so reset your 30-minute counter if the umpires are paying attention. The last strike occurred at 9 p.m., so if you want to really be close on this one, we wouldn't be able to resume until at least 9:30.
Well,
This
one I can tell you the umpire definitely saw,
Yes.
because Jeff Merzell was walking along the first baseline, and when that lightning strike hit, he pointed right up to the sky.
What the 30 minutes does do is give the field some time to dry. The rain has stopped. The only water coming down dripping from buildings above, but nothing dripping over onto the field. It is 6-4 Chatham. We've gotten through 5 total innings, so the game would be official. There's a meeting on the infield with Chatham manager Dennis Cook. 3 umpires. And I believe that's Commodores manager Jack Dahm as well. On the infield towards the first base side, on the grass.
And now, of course, this is the situation where Dennis Cook is in there saying, oh, I don't know, the field's it's just awfully wet. I don't know
Maybe
if
we should
can
just
keep
go
playing."
home.
And Jack Dahm is like, no, it feels great. We can keep going. He wants his team to try to reverse its fortunes, because if they do call this game, there's no resumption there. It's done. Final score, Chatham wins 6-4 if they call this right here.
So Dom will plead his case, trying to assure the 3 umpires for today's game that this field is in fact playable. We'll see to what lengths he goes to prove that, whether that involves running on the base paths, running in the infield, or the outfield. But right now it's just the 5 men standing around on the infield, the 2 team managers and the 3 umpires conversing about how to continue. We have not seen a lightning strike since the one at 9 p.m. There were a couple lightning strikes I had thought while the game was still going on, though I didn't really hear any reactions from the crowd here at
Nobody
Veterans
seemed to
Field.
notice. I mean, they were definitely distant, well beyond
absolutely.
the center field fence, but the game just continued.
Yeah, when I mentioned the lightning strike, Jake, you looked at me with absolute shock on your face.
And you're right, because a few minutes later there was another one, and again nobody said anything.
It's one of those things, lightning, one of those things that, like, you swear you see it, but if nobody else sees it, it's very easy to kind of dismiss in your mind and think, you know, maybe I was just seeing things. Maybe I was just seeing what I thought was happening, because it happened so quickly.
This conversation is continuing between Dennis Cook, Jack Dahm, the Chatham and Falmouth managers, plus all 3 umpires. the field has totally changed in color. I mean, you can just tell from up here in the press box, high above the third base line, just how wet the infield surface is, because it's gone from, a nice generic kind of red clay dirt color to a dark brown.
Yeah, the grass looks mostly the same, maybe a shade darker or so. The white Chatham script behind home plate with the 250 in it as well in red and blue seems to be smudging a little bit as well. So the rain definitely having an effect on the appearance of the field. We cannot be down there to feel it, however. But you can kind of assume around what the conditions are based on the
no doubt it's wet.
the 10 to 15 minutes of heavy rainfall that came down on Veterans Field tonight.
And now the conversation between Cook and Dom and the umpires has shifted to some kind of joking. They're laughing around now and playfully bantering with each other, I guess, while they just continue to wait this thing out. As always, while we provide you with some rain delay theater, feel free to write us a note, chathambroadcast@gmail.com.
Please.
You can always let us know if you have any questions or comments or just want to say hello, chathambroadcast@gmail.com.
And we welcome any inquiries, any messages. We are in rain delay. Still 24 minutes from the nearest time that it could return.
And the Falmouth relief pitchers now are jogging down to the bullpen by the right field line and starting to grab their stuff because the rain has just picked up again now, Chase.
Not a sign that this game is going to be called, really just a sign that the pitchers want to stay dry. Rain coming down once more upon Veterans Field. Now Falmouth players...
It seems they were just going to get their hacky sack.
Yeah, that's exactly what they were doing, because now they're playing in the rain in front of that Commodore dugout on the first base side. We know the Chatham pitchers like to hacky sack as well, so we'll see if they partake in a similar activity. Maybe the two teams join. We'll see.
Yeah, you can't really play dueling. There's no way to compete like team versus team in hacky sack.
Why not all of them just play hacky sack together? Put aside our differences in this game. We're on pause for now.
And as we were saying before, I mean, the lightning is one thing, and nobody's going to change the fact that the timer is about 20 minutes still to go without another lightning strike for this game to resume. But at this point, with the rain having just picked up again, and it's a pretty steady rainfall again, not quite as hard as when the skies first open up, but we've reached the point now where even if there is not a lightning strike for the next 20 minutes, how confident are you that the field is playable when those 20 minutes are up?
Jake, you've watched countless Cape Cod baseball games. You've been in this situation before. We trust you on these judgments. The teams are obviously going to do everything in their power to make this game happen.
At least Falmouth is.
Not going to run out of light, with the Veterans Field lights having been on for at least the last hour, maybe hour and a half. It was a 7:02 first pitch. It's now 9:08. We're through 5 full innings in Chatham. No lightning strikes in the last 8 minutes, knock on wood. Still a few fans milling about here at Veterans Field.
And a lot of people who I think are just, maybe ran to their cars and are just emerging again to see what, if anything, is going on.
It's also fun because it's a sign of how committed are these scouts who come to these games.
Yeah,
how
not
badly?
Not this committed.
I don't see any left. How badly do they want to watch these players pitch or hit that they'd wait out this rainstorm?
The other thing is, when you look at the game, I mean, how consequential was it that Mikey Ragusa came in that bases loaded, 2-out situation in the bottom of the 4th in a 5-4 game and got the strikeout of Ventiker that he needed? You would never have known it was coming, the rain, I mean, but what a consequential strikeout that ended up being, prevented Falmouth from tying this game and possibly totally altering the outcome given this rain that's now coming down. And it's picked up even more now, Chase.
Yeah, it's not looking good from Veterans Field. But yeah, Ragusa came in, in that top of the 5th inning, left him loaded. The one batter he faced, he struck out swinging. That run was the difference at that point in time. Then Chatham tacked on one more run. So the Anglers lead 6-4 now after 5 innings of play. Ragusa, the big-time appearance and a big lightning flash all across Veterans Field. You saw it throughout the outfield, and now another lightning flash as well, accompanied by some thunder.
Oh, boy.
Conference on the infield breaking up. The thunder right behind the lightning, signifying it was pretty close. And
there's the handshake.
Yep, that's it. Umpire, home plate umpire, waves his arms. Mike Rabideau, kind of a safe sign, but higher up to signify that this game is over. It is wrapped up. 6-4, your final here after 5 innings. Game is over. Chatham takes down Falmouth and improves to 3-4. For Jake Klein, our crew here in the Veterans Field press box, I'm Chase Abrams signing off. 6-4 your score, 6-4 your final. The Anglers Extra post-game show comes up on the other side. We still bring that in the rain-shortened games, so don't be worried about that. It's coming up next. We've got your post-game highlights, your post-game interview as well. And we break down the winner and loser from this game, though unfortunately all of us kind of losers in the fact that we didn't get to see this game finish 9 innings. 6-4, Chatham takes down Falmouth. The A's improve to 3-4 on the season. The Commodores fall to 3-1. The Anglers Extra postgame show presented by Sweet Tomatoes is coming up next on the other side on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Sports Radio, play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on GRC.
When the lights go down in the city
Welcome back. Anglers Extra post-game show has arrived, and it is time for your highlights, brought to you, as always, by Touchstone Closing. But before we get there, we've got a special guest up in the booth. Kelvin Paulino joins Chase Abrams on the Anglers Extra post-game show. Chase?
From a rainy night, a rained-out night at Veterans Field, I'm with Kevin Paulino in the Veterans Field press box. Kelvin, first off, game rained out like this. What are the feelings for a ball player on a game you win, but you don't get the full 9 innings in?
Yeah, I mean, it was great. We played a good game today. I'm just really happy that we got on the good side of the rain, and it turned out in our favor.
Yeah, got the 5 full innings in, so it is a Chatham win, 3-4 now on the season. You had your first 2 Chatham hits tonight. How did it feel to get in the hit column for this summer?
It was amazing, man. You know, that's what we worked for as a team. You know, it didn't really turn out our way in the beginning, but we kept on grinding, man, and things are looking better now.
3 RBIs for you tonight. The difference was 2 runs. Talk to me about the importance of clutch situational hitting in games like this.
I mean, those are difference-making opportunities in the ballgame, and you got to really take advantage, and I feel like the team that takes advantage of those moments usually gets things to go their way.
Chatham, the team to take advantage tonight, and the things do go their way for the Anglers, advancing to 3-4, improving to 3 wins and 4 losses on the season. Kelvin, thanks so much for your time tonight.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Now back to Jake Klein for the rest of the Anglers Extra post-game show. Jake?
Thank you, Chase. Time for your highlights, brought to you, as always, by our good friends at Touchstone Closing. And we begin in the bottom of the second. Scoreless game, a couple scoreless innings for Colin Fisher on the mound. Aiden Keenan had thrown 1 for Falmouth. He was trying for a second, but the red-hot Gabe Frazier stepped to the plate for Chatham. 2-1. Grounded right side. It sneaks through into right field, a base hit. Hovatter chugs around third. Neville goes to third. The throw there, not in time. Hovatter scores on an RBI single from Gabe Frazier. He's driven in at least a run in 3 straight, and he's got Chatham on the board, 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Chatham then thought it made it 3-0 in the same inning when Rhett Johnson hit a double down the left field line. The call upon review from the umpires was overturned, and so the score went back to 1-0 Chatham. That was until 2 innings later in the bottom of the fourth when the man you just heard from came to the plate in an RBI situation.
0-1. Ground ball left side. Diving play. Can't be made by the third baseman, Veneker. 2 runs come in to score for Chatham. It's a 2-run double for Paulino, and the A's lead 3-0 in the bottom of the fourth.
So Paulino drives in a couple, makes it 3-0 Chatham, and then that same half inning, why not add some more?
Bowers looks back to second. Here's the payoff. Tapped softly in front of the mound. Bauer spins, bare hands, throws to first, up high. It gets away. 2 runs come in to score. Paulino scores from third. Johnson scores from second. Waters reaches first safely. And Chatham leads 5-0 in the bottom of the fourth.
So that made it 5-0 Chatham, but Falmouth didn't go away. In the top of the fifth, the Commodores began to answer right back.
Looks back towards second, now comes home. The 1-2. Breaking ball, grounded right side. Paulino can't get it. It's through into right field. Diaz comes in to score from second. Schmidt goes first to third safely. The throw arrived late. It's an RBI single for Fabio Peralta. Falmouth gets one back. It's 5-1 in the top of the fifth.
And the very next hitter came to the plate. Colin Fisher still on the mound for Chatham.
Fisher looks Peralta back. 1-0. Gets by. Traeger into the backstop. Another run comes in to score. Schmidt scores on the wild pitch from Fisher on the mound. Peralta goes to second. It's 5-2 Chatham in the top of the fifth.
So Falmouth starting to claw back. Chatham had a righty reliever up in the bullpen, but ultimately stuck with Colin Fisher. Would the move pay off for Dennis Cook?
0-2 pitch. Runner goes. Pitch is clocked. Left field. Waters sprints back. He can't get it. It drops in the left center field gap. 2 more runs come in to score for Falmouth. Digging into second base with a stand-up 2-run double is Ty Konis. It's a 1-run game at Veterans Field. 5-4. Anglers on top of the Commodores in the top of the fifth.
At that point, Dennis Cook brought in his right-handed reliever, Mikey Ragusa. Bases loaded, 2 out in a 1-run game. Would he come through?
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He went with the fastball, and it was the right decision. 91 miles an hour on the Ragusa heater, and he leaves him loaded in the top of the 5th.
So Mikey Ragusa got out of the jam. Who knew how big that would come out to be, because Chatham scored again to make it 6-4 in the bottom of the 5th, and that was all she wrote. Went into the weather delay, and before the 30-minute lightning timer even expired, this game was over. Chatham wins it 6-4 in a weather-shortened ball game at Veterans Field tonight. It goes down as the final in 5 innings. Chatham wins it 4 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors for Falmouth, 6 runs on 8 hits, 1 error for Chatham. That is how it goes down. Winning and losing pitchers yet to be assigned. That'll get sorted out at some point. Nobody went 5 innings, so one way or the other it will be decided, but that's your final tonight. Chatham winners over Falmouth in a rain-shortened 6-4 game at Veterans Field. And we'll talk to you tomorrow night. The A's, now winners of 3 in a row, head to Hyannis to take on the Harbor Hawks tomorrow. 6 o'clock first pitch at McKeon Park. Jason and I will talk to you on the Anglers Extra pregame show at 5:40. Thanks so much for tuning in. For Chase Abrams, our producer Ben Corbett, and the entire Chatham A's crew braving the elements, I'm Jake Klein saying so long.
Chatham Anglers Baseball 2026 has been brought to you by the Chatham Bars Inn, Chatham Clothing Bar, Touchstone Closing, Mahi Gold, Chatham Paint and Hardware, Sweet Tomatoes Pizza, Cape Cod 5, the Red Nun Bar and Grill, Short and Sweet Ice Cream, and by the Chatham A's.
Chatham A's Baseball, Sports Radio, play-by-play, summertime on Cape Cod.
This has been an exclusive presentation of Chatham A's Baseball on TRZ Team Line.
Chatham on TRZ.